Hey everyone, welcome to this quick guide on draping and towel management. Before we start, here are a few things to bear in mind. Firstly, why is it important to get draping right? Draping is intended to make your client feel comfortable, secure, and warm, and is a clear line for where you intend to treat. You want to make sure you're only uncovering the area you're working on at any one time. You might find you need to work on top of the towel during your treatment. If that happens, check it's okay with your client. Think of your draping line as a boundary. Your fingers and hands should never go below the line. For forearm work, raise your fingers above the towel like this. If you need to pass your towel line, you can either work through the towel or adjust it to give you more space, like this. When you tuck your towel under your client, always use firm pressure and the back or side of your hand. It is really important to remember that at no point should your client's sensitive areas be exposed or touched, including any parts they've asked you to avoid. One final point before we start, make sure to give your client complete privacy when they're getting undressed and redressed by leaving the room. You could use this time to wash your hands. Cover the massage table with one bath towel or two, depending on how many you have been provided with. Use a disposable headrest cover. Place the disposable sheet on top of the towel as a barrier. Once your client is on the table, ask for consent to come back in. Cover the client completely so that they feel comfortable, secure, and warm during the treatment. Let your client know what you are doing to make them feel comfortable and at ease. Slide the towel down to the lower back. With their consent, tuck the towel into their underwear. Hold the bottom disposable sheet towel firmly while you tuck in the towel covering the client securely. Using the back of your hand, secure the towel underneath the hip bone. To re-drape your client, hold the bottom sheet again while you pull to untuck the towel. Recover your client with the towel completely. Uncover only one leg at a time. Start by undraping the lower leg. Use one hand to slightly lift the client's leg and thread the towel under their knee. Pull the corner of the towel up to their hip to secure the draping. Using the back of your hand, tuck the towel at their hip. Then tuck the towel into their underwear. If you are working on their glutes through the towel, you can always adjust the draping so you are both comfortable. If you're treating skin to skin, the towel can be adjusted further to uncover the glutes. You can then tuck the towel into the client's underwear at the top of their hip. To re-drape, untuck at their hip first, then lift the leg to slide the towel back down and recover fully. When changing positions, always recover your client completely and explain to them what you would like them to do. Use a second towel across the upper body to create an additional covering. You can secure your side of the towel by leaning into the table with your legs while lifting the top towel just enough to give your client space to roll over. It should feel like a mini tent. The client then holds the corner of the towel closest to them while they roll onto their backs. Once settled, adjust your towels if necessary so your client is properly covered again. Ask your client to slide down so that their head is fully on the massage table, not falling in the face cradle. Uncover only one leg at a time. Start by undraping the lower leg, using one hand to lift the client's leg, thread the towel under the knee with the other hand. Uncover to mid-thigh, tucking the towel into their underwear. Using the back of your hand, tuck the towel under their hip. If you need to move the hip through range of motion, ask your client to hold on to the edge of the towel that goes under their thigh, pulling it up and keeping it tight. To redrape, start by untucking the towel at the hip to cover most of the upper thigh. Then with one hand, carefully lift your client's leg just enough to move the towel out from under them. Recover the leg fully. Keeping your client fully covered with their large towel, take a medium towel and fold it in half lengthwise, then lay this across their chest. Ask your client to hold on to it while you slide the large towel down to the level of their hip bones or just slightly below the navel. Securely tuck the towel into the top band of their underwear, as well as using the back of your hand to tuck the towel under their hip. To redrape your client, untuck the towel at their sides first, then carefully draw the towel back up to cover them completely, including the medium towel still across their chest. Then slide the medium towel out to the side. While standing beside your client, fold the towel down to uncover the upper chest. Ask your client to place one hand on top of the towel on their chest, keeping it in place. Get them to slightly roll to their side as you use the back of your hand to tuck the towel in. Repeat on the other side. To redrape, carefully untuck the towel from your client's side, and without lifting the towel, encourage them to put their arms back in. Repeat on the other side, then recover the upper chest. Just like when you are helping your client to turn onto their backs, always cover your client completely and explain to them what you would like them to do. Use a second towel across the upper body to create an additional covering. You can secure your side of the towel by leaning into the table with your legs, while lifting the top towel just enough to give your client space to roll onto their side. Once settled, adjust towels if necessary so your client is properly covered again. Start by undraping the lower leg. Using one hand to lift the client's leg, thread the towel under the knee. Slide the towel up the thigh and lower the leg. Cover your client with the second towel. If you are working on their glutes through the towel, you can always adjust the draping so you are both comfortable. If you're treating skin to skin, the towel can be adjusted further to uncover the glutes. You can tuck the towel into the client's underwear at the top of their hip. You can also secure the top towel by tucking it in at their back as well as their bottom leg. To redrape, start by untucking the towel at the hip to cover the glutes and upper thigh. Then with one hand, carefully lift your client's leg just enough to move the towel out from under them. Recover the leg fully. Ask your client to hold the towel against their chest, keeping it in place while you uncover the back. Fold the towel up. Use the second towel to tuck into their waistband. Hold the bottom disposable sheet and towel firmly while you use the back of your hand to tuck the towel in at their hip. To redrape, untuck the towel at their hip, recover their back, and cover them fully. Keeping a professional distance between the client and yourself is essential so there is no room for misunderstanding. When treating the client around the neck and face area, make sure to keep a reasonable distance between your face and theirs. If you have to get closer, ensure to turn your head to the side to create the boundary. While they're in prone position, make sure not to accidentally touch your client's hands with your body. Keep a fair distance between the massage table and yourself. If their hands and arms are in your way, let them know where to move them. Apologize if you accidentally touch their body with yours.